Hey guys, welcome back to my channel.
1, 2, 3.
For today's video, I will be talking about how to bond with your rabbit. That is P, messing with a tripod, of course. As always, when it comes to Calliope's videos, she will just be hopping around the room. I don't like to just restrict her just for a video. So you might see her hopping around in the back. She's currently behind the tripod messing around, but she might come out here and play if you haven't seen our other videos. But today I gathered 10 tips that I think might help you bond with your rabbit. These are all things that I've done with Calliope, and our bond has gotten a lot stronger over the past couple weeks that I've had her. So I thought I would just share it with you guys as well. So the first tip I have for you is to sit next to them. Rabbits are prey animals, so anything really above them is kind of terrifying for them. Until they get used to you. And then she's climbing on me right now. Come up here. Say hi to your prince. Can you come up here? Of course, she'll sit in my lap, but she won't come up to like say hi to everyone. But you want to get down on their level, whether that be sitting next to them or laying down next to them. Laying down will give you the best results, but sometimes, you know, that could get uncomfortable if you have a harder floor like I do. It gets kind of uncomfortable. But just sit next to them. Don't bug them, don't touch them. Just sit, just be. You could watch YouTube while you're doing this. You could film a YouTube video while doing this. You could do your homework while doing this. There's a lot of things that you can do by just sitting next to them. That gets them used to your presence and realizing, oh, okay, this chick isn't gonna hurt me. The second tip that I have is to talk to them. Rabbits honestly listen. I had like a whole breakdown earlier and she heard all about it. But yeah, just talk to them. Again, don't touch them, don't bug them, just talk. Just sit down and talk. You could talk about your day. You could talk about what's irritating you. You can make a YouTube video, anything. You could just talk. And that will just get them used to your voice and again, your presence. And I think there's actually like some sort of study going on that like rabbits that are sweet talked to actually end up living longer. So there's a bonus. You can barely see her. She's just like barely out of frame. She's like right there. Pee-pee. Pee-pee nutter. Oh, okay, bye. The third tip that I have is to avoid holding them. Rabbits are prey animals and they honestly don't like being held. They can tolerate it, like Calliope tolerates it, but she does not like it. And by doing that, that kind of makes them not want to be by you, makes them kind of not want to be near you because they're like, well, if I go near that person, then she's going to pick me up. And that could just bring you 5 steps backwards. Obviously, if you need to handle them, that's okay. Like if, you know, if like I need to hold her to put her in a carrier to go to the vet or something, that's understandable. Or if you need to hold them to clip their nails or something or brush them, obviously there are some circumstances where you have to hold them, but don't just hold them for fun. They don't like it and they probably won't like you if you're holding them. Are you gonna come say hi to everyone? You're just like purposely going out of frame. That's kind of rude. The fourth tip that I have is to give them treats. A way to a bunny's heart is through food. As with most animals, treat. She's enjoying her treat. But yes, it doesn't really matter what treat you give them. You could give them a little piece of fruit, you could give them their veggies, you could get actual treats and feed that to them. But just by associating you with treats is automatically going to be a great thing. They're going to love you once they realize that you have food. As soon as I open a bag of treats, Calliope comes running because she knows what time it is. But yeah, a way to a bunny's heart is through food, 100%. The fifth tip that I have is to buy toys for them. Obviously, you don't have to go overboard like I do sometimes, but like I bought this little tunnel thing from Walmart, literally like $5, and she loves it. She had a blast, and after that, I think that's really when our bond just kind of like kicked off. I just like brought it up here and she started binking and running around, and ever since then she's been a lot more affectionate. So buy toys that they enjoy and they will be very happy. A happy bun means a happy life. So the sixth tip I have is to gently pet them. Now, obviously, go at their pace. If they don't want to be touched, don't bug them, don't touch them. But they're very affectionate creatures. So they'll end up coming around where they want to be touched and they want to be pet. P is now at that stage where she begs for attention all the time. If I'm sitting here, she'll come up and boot me and she's like, rub. So I have to like rub her head all the time. Like if I'm in my room, no matter what I'm doing, like right now, she just boot me. She wants rubs. But no matter what I'm doing, I have to be petting her, otherwise she gets mad at me. But obviously don't like aggressively pet them. Just kind of like stroke the top of their head. Also don't touch their butt. They don't like their butts being touched. But just gently pet their head. Like right in between the eyebrows. They love it. Or their cheekies. They love their cheekies rubbed too. The seventh tip, and probably the hardest tip you're going to hear, is to give them space when needed. If you're constantly up in their business, they're not going to like you. But if you let them come to you and give them the chance to come to you, that will strengthen your bond a lot more because you're giving them the opportunity to come to you. By giving them the opportunity to come to you will strengthen your bond immensely. Don't always be pushing them and being in their business. Just kind of just exist. And I promise you, sooner or later, they'll come up to you to figure out what the heck you're doing. The eighth tip, and probably the biggest tip I have for you, is to free roam them. Of course, Olive's gonna run on her wheel when I'm making a video. But yes, free roaming them, that gets them used to you doing things and just being you. And by them being able to be a part of your daily routine and be a part of your life, that honestly will strengthen your bond the most. When I first brought Calliope home, she honestly didn't want anything to do with me. And, I would let her out of her cage and she could run around, but she still didn't want anything to do with me. But after I let her free roam completely, it's all about me. As soon as I get home, she's like, Mom, rub my head, or just all the time. She just wants attention. Which I'm surprised that she's not bugging me right now, but I think, what are you doing? Oh, I jinxed myself, here she comes. The ninth tip that I have for you is to be patient. I know it's not easy to be patient, but with rabbits, they're prey animals. They're scared. We're scary. We're scary predators, okay? We're huge, and we have these big hands that are coming at them all the time, and that's a scary thing. And so you just have to be patient. They just need time to learn that you're not going to hurt them, and that you're fun, and you're a good person, and that you're fun to be around, and you have goodies like treats and toys and all that good stuff, and it takes time for them to learn to trust you. And that's okay. It would take anyone time to trust anyone, honestly. Like, if you think about it, if you just, ma'am, don't scratch my floor. But, like, if you just meet a stranger on the side of the road, it's going to take time for you to trust them. They have to prove themselves in order for you to trust them. And that's the same thing with a rabbit. They need time for us to prove ourselves that we're trustworthy to them. And my last tip that I have is to be consistent. If you're not seeing progress after the second day and you just stop and you just ignore them and leave them be, they're not going to like you. If you stop spending time with them, that's your fault, and they're not going to care for you and they're not going to like you. And that's all on you. You need to be consistent. Like I said, you need to prove that you are trustworthy. If somebody is trying so hard in the beginning to earn your trust and then they just stop, you're going to be like, aha, I knew I couldn't trust you. And you're just going to like seal the deal. Can you leave my phone alone? Thanks. And that's just going to seal the deal. Like, knew it. Couldn't trust you. I was right all along. You need to be consistent. These animals are a lot smarter than we give them credit for. And it shows, You need to be consistent. You need to prove yourself to them. You need to prove, hey, I'm just here to give you food, time, attention, and toys. That's all I'm here for. And they're going to be like, yo, you're awesome. I love you. It's how it works. It just takes time. It takes patience. It takes consistency. But in the end, it's worth it. I promise. It is so much worth it. But yes, that is all the tips I have for today. I'm sorry that Calliope really wasn't in this video. She is just sitting in her litter box eating food. She was messing with my tripod. She was under there. She's been over there. But she decided she didn't want to be a part of today's video, and that's fine. I won't bug her. But yes, if you did enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you haven't already. And if you have any other tips that you would like to share, comment them down below for other people to see. We will see you guys in the next video. Bye!